weather started getting rough, the tiny ship was tossed. If not for the courage of the fearless crew, the minnow would be lost. The minnow would be lost. The ship's aground on the shore of this uncharted desert isle, with Gilligan, the skipper too, a millionaire and his wife, the movie star, the professor and Mary Ann, here on Gilligan's Island.
Here we go.
Let's make it a good day. We do it our own way. Let's make it a good day. Oh, no matter what they say.
Can we do? Good morning and welcome to our Halloween extravaganza. I should say, welcome to Gilligan's Island. Good morning, I'm Gilligan. Please welcome my sidekick sister from another island, the movie star herself. It's Ginger, everyone.
Hello.
I should say there's a little side by side. Okay, there we go. Thank you. Okay, we're all dressed up. There's Ginger.
Hello.
Let's do a little side by side of Ginger. There we go. There's Ginger, and now. There we go. Let's do a little side by side.
Hi.
Hi, Ginger.
Hello.
You're quite the movie star.
Thank you.
You're
darling.
very welcome. There we go.
Oh, hello.
Look at her. The great character from Gilligan's Island, the movie star. Okay, next up is executive producer Jeff as the skipper, everybody. There we go. He'll be hitting me later. Let's do a little side by side if we have it. There's the skipper. Okay, that's Isaac. You're Isaac the bartender from Love Boat, okay? Next, I haven't seen this. Let's go to producer Ted. Let's see That is producer Ted.
Hello.
As Marianne. Oh my goodness. I don't quite know what to say. Let's do a side by side to see how I can't see your lower half, but I think it's pretty good.
And I knew that was going to happen.
Yeah.
So Eric and I did a little pre-shoot
Oh, no.
beforehand because I wanted to show you the full picture of me.
Okay.
So here I am. Oh my God. Just my daily stroll through the parking lot.
Oh my goodness.
Make it stop.
Okay. Oh my goodness. Oh. Okay. Let's finally go to photographer Eric. Eric, let's see you. He's the millionaire. Look, it's Mr. and Mrs. Howell. Look at Lovey. Oh, hi, Lovey. Eric, stop! Eric, stop! Steve, come back over. Now let's do a little side by side. There we go. It's the professor and Lovey Howell, Mr. and Mrs. Howell, the millionaires on Gilligan's Island. Wow, that was a lot in the first 4 minutes of the show. I will tell you. Who are we? We've just been canceled. Oh, I know.
We're on a roll.
Oh my goodness. Okay, I do have to put I know that the great Bob Denver, I know Gilligan did not wear glasses, but Gilligan didn't have to read a teleprompter at 47 years old. So if you will allow me, it's time for the hot dish. Roll it there. Roll it, Steve. Here we go.
It's the bucket hat for me.
It's the bucket hat. I know. I don't wear hats. I have a giant cranium, so hats don't usually fit on me, but this one obviously doesn't. Let's start with this. The trailer for Lady Gaga's next movie role dropped yesterday. She stars alongside Adam Driver in House of Gucci. Take a look.
It was a name that sounded so sweet, so seductive. Come, meet the family.
Hey everybody, this is Patrizia, and this is my family.
They had it all. Wealth, style, power. Who wouldn't care for that?
Maurizio, my nephew.
I've been the Gucci all my life. It is an empire.
You can help the family. Gucci is not exciting, and everybody knows it.
At least it's my name, sweetie.
Our name, sweetie.
Oh, the movie also features Jared Leto, Jeremy Irons, Selma Hayek, and the great Al Pacino. So it is a crime drama, even though it kind of looks like a comedy at parts, that follows the aftermath of the murder of Maurizio Gucci. House of Gucci is hitting theaters in around Thanksgiving. Okay, can I tell you, I reference him all the time. We have a producer here at Fox 9 named Bjorn. I call him Baby Bjorn. He's my little BB. BB loves Lady Gaga more than I love Dallas. I mean, it's me, how I feel about Dallas. You should have seen him watching that trailer yesterday. It was literally like he saw a religious figure sitting at his desk. It was my favorite part of yesterday. But
God in person.
BB aside, it does look really good, doesn't it?
Yeah, look at that actor list. Hello.
Yeah, and Gaga's accent. I mean, it is almost like, you know what? It's almost like camp. It is almost like one notch, almost like Mommy Dearest, where it's supposed to be a drama, but there's a little bit of campness to it. I don't know if Gaga wants to hear that, but it is so over the top. You know, it's like, again, Mommy Dearest. I'm not mad at you, I'm mad at the dirt. I mean, you know, it's that kind of thing.
So good. I'm really excited for the wardrobe. Like, that's all I care about.
Yeah.
I just want all the fashion.
Well, speaking of wardrobe, I just want to acknowledge, movie star, you look gingerific.
Why, thank you. It helps when Miss Minnesota lives next door.
Yeah, there is that, yeah. Did you know that the actress that played Ginger was also on Dallas?
Really?
Yeah, there's a Dallas connection for everything. Yeah.
Everything.
She played JR's secretary, who died. Next in the dish, Will Ferrell sat down with the Hollywood Reporter for a rare interview, and in it he revealed that he turned down a lot of money to do a sequel to Elf. Elf, yeah, Elf 2. How much money? He turned down $29 million. He turned it down because he read the script and he couldn't get over how rehashed it was basically just a redo premise from the first one. It wasn't even original. He said he wouldn't be able to promote the movie from an honest place. I get that, because the first Elf was such a huge hit. $220 million it earned at the box office. And he said he remembered during filming that he thought it could be the end of his career. There's a great series on Netflix called The Movies That Made Us. They have a great episode on Elf, and nobody had faith in that movie. Nobody. The studio didn't have faith. Nobody wanted to do it. And you got to remember, Will Ferrell was not a bankable star back then.
No.
And it turned out to be now a modern holiday classic. I love that movie.
I have so much respect for him that he went, oh wow, that's a lot of money, but actually I think it'll ruin this classic for everyone. Because how many times have we said this? Do we really need this sequel? And it's always most of the time.
And that is a lot of money to leave on the table. And again, that was in the earlier years of his movie career.
Right.
He wasn't getting, I don't think, that much money per movie. That's a lot to say, no thanks, for my integrity. Would you have enough? I wouldn't have enough integrity to turn down $29 million.
I would do a lot of things for like $2,900.
Next to the dish, it's an annual tradition on the Today Show. She's taking that movie star role a little too seriously, isn't she, friends? We were just canceled again. We just heard we've been canceled again. She's like my sister. It's an annual tradition on Halloween on the Today Show. Savannah, Hoda, Al, Matt, he's been fired. Everyone else revealed their costumes, and the theme this year was Sunday Night Football. Look at this. Savannah Guthrie. Look at Savannah. Look at Jenna.
They look good.
That is great. I don't know if that's the real one. Tyler, you're a football guy. Is that the real chant for the Cowboys? I'm looking at Tyler like he's Roger Goodell. Anyway, if that's the real the staff is impressed that I knew that the NFL commissioner was Roger Goodell. Yeah.
I knew you would know that.
Yeah. I mean, I know some things, but if that's the real Cowboys chant, I like that.
They do a kick line, so hey.
Yeah, they look great.
They did look great.
And our research team looked. GMA did not do costumes, according to our research team. Now, granted, our research team was very busy today putting on short shorts and wigs, so we could be wrong. Hoda was Carrie Underwood, Al was The Weeknd, and Chanel was Bruno Mars. Jenna and Savannah, as you saw, were the Dallas Cowboy cheerleaders. There we go.
Golden. We
are just getting started. Our Halloween extravaganza continues right after this. Our Halloween extravaganza continues next. TMZ will join us live with the latest updates on some big stories breaking right now. A horrifying home invasion for a Real Housewife, and an alleged awful domestic dispute between Zayn Malik and Gigi Hadid. They'll have the latest. Then, our friends from Destination Fear are back.
It's a girl.
It's a girl?
Yeah.
They're going to give us a scary sneak peek at their scary new season. And we'll wrap up our Halloween show with some unique treats to scare all your ghosts, goblins, and Squid Game workers. That's coming up when we return.
What are those on your legs? Those things on your legs?
O que são essas coisas na sua perna? I don't know what the technical term for them is. They're sort of like, they're not like stockings, but they're sort of like they're inflatable leg things that athletes use.
And are you wearing them because you had an injury of some kind?
Yeah, I've been struggling. Você está usando elas porque você está machucado? Yeah,
You guys, I think you need a translator in Arabic. Excuse me.
What is that? So wait a minute. You have there's a translator. There's a translator there with you. Why do you have a translator?
Por que você tem uma tradutora? I assume that the idea was what you wanted was to reach as many people as possible. Well, I mean, you're seen all over the world now, and rather than dub the questions, I think having them here it helps people understand in other continents.
Okay, sometimes I love Bill Murray, and sometimes it's just two Tenenbaums for me. Anyway, that's our late night rewind. Bill Murray with Jimmy Kimmel.
Says the man in the Gilligan's hat.
It says the man wearing a Gilligan hat at 47 years old. I'm getting a little help with the hot dish now, and it's extra juicy this Friday. It really is. Joining me all the way from Hollywood, please give it up for Jacob from TMZ. Oh, for the love of sequence. What is going on?
Jason, good to see you.
Good to see you, buddy. Look at that. My goodness. We are a twosome. I don't know. You can't see me, but I'm dressed up as Gilligan from Gilligan's Island.
It looks great. It looks phenomenal.
Thank you,
and
buddy.
Happy Halloween to all of you.
Happy Halloween. Hey, let's get through some really serious stories. This one, you guys broke some updates within the last hour or two. Drama involving Zayn Malik and Gigi Hadid. What's the latest?
Yeah, so Zayn Malik has been charged now with 4 criminal offenses for harassment, and it all stems from an explosive incident that happened in late September. So if you guys recall, Gigi Hadid and Zayn Malik, they share a 1-year-old daughter together. In late September, at their home, Zayn Malik got in a huge fight with Gigi's mother, Yolanda, where he screamed a whole type of obscenities towards her, things that are not cool for me to say right now.
It's awful.
But basically, it all stems around their daughter. And he basically said, in short, stay away from my daughter. And then, according to these docs that we obtained, took it another step further and shoved Yolanda into a dresser. Zayn is denying this entirely. Goes on to say that Gigi was not present during this dispute. She was on the phone, and Zayn was screaming at her too, saying, "Hey, defend me over here against your mom." Gigi was in Paris at the time. There was also a security guard present during this dispute, and apparently Zayn tried to fight the security guard as well.
Oh my goodness.
So he was hit with 4 different charges of harassment, which he pled no contest to. So he might get away with some without any jail time, though, because he took a plea deal where basically he needs to stay away from Yolanda, the security guard, and he has a little bit over a year of probation. So needless to say, Gigi and Zayn right now are broken up.
Absolutely. Okay, so Yolanda was on The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, and this next story is about current Beverly Hills housewife Dorit. This is horrifying. I mean, this is just so unbelievably scary. What happened?
So Dorit was victim on Wednesday to a home invasion at her home in Beverly Hills. She was sleeping, fast asleep. Her husband was out of town, and 3 men broke into the back window of her home and woke her up, and they stole basically all her bags, jewelry. Dorit woke up during this, while this was going on, and said, "Please don't hurt me." And they went on to just steal over $100,000 worth of valuables. Fortunately, Dorit and her children were not harmed during this. And the other housewives, you know, the day after came over to Dorit's house to show support. You know, they are filming the show right now. So you're probably going to see this incident on the show later on in the year. But really scary incident. Dorit immediately called police after it happened. So there's an investigation going on right now.
Finally, quickly, Morgan Wallen isn't going to be allowed at the American Music Awards. What happened?
So Morgan Wallen, yeah, he's not allowed to attend the AMAs this year, and this all goes back to his N-word incident back in February, where he was caught on video hurling the N-word in Tennessee. And the AMAs say, you know what, even though it's some time has passed and Morgan has sat down with Michael Strahan and others to apologize, we still don't want him at our award show. The weird thing is, though, is that he's a nominee in 2 different categories. The way that you become a nominee for the AMAs is strictly off where you place on the Billboard charts. And he's had an album this year that's done amazingly well. And it's also, you win these awards through fan votes. And we've seen a lot of Morgan Wallen's fans come out in droves, put up billboards for him, you know, supporting him. So he could win these, but he certainly won't be there to accept them. I don't know what the protocol is going to be if Morgan ends up winning one of these.
Yeah.
But that's something for the AMAs to figure out.
Jacob, have a good Halloween, my friend. Thank you.
Happy Halloween.
Happy Halloween. Peace. You can, they're going to have the latest on all these stories at TMZ.com. Okay, so if you just tuned in, because sometimes this happens when you record the show, it clips the top of the broadcast. So, and a photographer, Eric, I made fun of him earlier this week, but bravo, putting together work for hours on the recreation of the Gilligan's Island Open. So, let's see it one more time. Here we go.
The weather started getting rough. The tiny ship was tossed. If not for the courage of the fearless crew, the minnow would be lost. The minnow would be lost. The ship's aground on the shore of this uncharted desert isle, with Gilligan, the skipper too, a millionaire and his wife, the movie star, the professor and Mary Ann, here on Gilligan's Island.
Oh my goodness. Now, if we don't win an Emmy for that, I don't know. Anyway, we'll put that, Kendall's going to put that on our socials a little bit later. If you don't follow us yet, just search for Jason Show TV. So, oh yeah. And then the Ted slow motion.
Oh, that's not.
I'll be posting that on my personal one. Jeff will not allow us to post that anywhere because we got an email from a 7-year-old kid that was screaming. He was like, "I don't understand, Mommy."
I was screaming.
What was that,
me.
Mommy? What was on the Jason Show? Why was that man in pigtails?
I don't understand.
Why are the lambs screaming? And why is producer Ted in a crop top?
No one knows.
No one knows. Next in the dish, move over Meghan McCain. Abby Huntsman is now talking about her exit from The View. Seriously, why are you watching that show? It's obviously toxic. She was a co-host on The View from 2018 to 2020 and said the show did not reflect her values and executives rewarded people for bad behavior. She said it was an unbearable culture by the Ed. She says it was all about money, ratings, and the tabloids. After she announced her exit, the big guys, the suits, wanted her to make a statement saying it wasn't toxic, but she refused. And she went out for her last show, and a producer texted her, allegedly, that said, "You made a big mistake," that she didn't read that statement. Look, you got to take all of these stories with a grain of salt, but I also say sometimes where there is smoke, there is fire. And there is a lot of consistent fire about the environment at The View. My point is, all of these people can't be wrong.
Right.
Look, I mean, the truth is somewhere in the middle. You know, but if you have Meghan and Abby and Jebediah, and you have all of these people all saying it's toxic over there, come on.
I mean, and you watch it even. Like, it's obvious for us watching it that there's supposed to be that friction, but it's gotten to a level where it's not enjoyable whatsoever.
No, you know what is enjoyable? This broadcast. Thank you. Most days. Today, one of them. Next in the dish, we have a picky eater on our staff, but we think it's Marianne. But we think we found someone who is even pickier. Michael Pierce is a defensive tackle for the Minnesota Vikings, and he recently revealed what he will and won't eat. Look.
I am not a chocolate person. I don't do steak unless it's like well done. So, you know, you get like Japanese Wagyu, all these Wagyus. It needs to be well done. Do not eat salad, but I make sure I get my greens in. Like I do the broccoli, I do the kale, spinach. I don't like quinoa.
Yeah, I get that.
I don't like squash. Yeah, that ain't my thing. I'll do like catfish from down south.
Okay.
I'll do salmon. The oysters, nah.
You're good with just chicken.
I don't eat fried chicken.
Ooh, man, wow.
Bacon is not really my thing.
Wow.
But I grew up on turkey bacon. Soul food is not really, like I can do without mac and cheese.
I love that man. I don't even like football, and I love him. Do you see my buddy Ben Lieber's face? He's like, what?
You don't like steak?
No, and he is my buddy, Jeff. He is my buddy. I heard you, Skipper. Can I tell you?
Oh, no.
For 7 years, this is what happens that you guys don't. Eric, get a shot of him over there. Eric, get a shot of executive producer Jeff. You want to know what happens that this is what happens every day on this show. The Skipper's over there with his little Janet Jackson Rhythm Nation headphone, and that headphone connects to Ted and the control room. So if I say something that I say a lot or something, this is what happens. I'll say something and he goes, oh, now he's friends with Ben Lieber. And he doesn't think I can hear him. He's 12 feet away.
I know.
Oh, he's going to say that Dallas quote again.
The SS Minnow has sunk, y'all.
Yeah. Anyway, what are we doing? Oh, we're breaking. Anyway, and I was going to say something about, my mother does it. My mother, no matter how fancy of a steak place you take her to, the steak has to be well done. She wants it burnt, basically. So
I'm still on this.
I know. Oh, he's late taking us to break again. We'll be right back. Back in a moment. Welcome back to Gilligan's Island, everyone. Producer Ted literally just walked in here in his Marianne outfit, and it was a moment. Our next guests are perfect for a Halloween show because for them, ghosts are a year-round adventure. They are the stars of Discovery Plus's Destination Fear. If you haven't seen it, here's a little clip from the new season.
Alex?
Yeah?
I'm not kidding. The Oculus just told us to hide.
I wonder, is this girl trying to warn us about the dark entity that's in this? What?
Enemy! It said hide and then enemy.
I was actually feeling so comfortable until that just happened, and now I have chills running down my spine.
And so do we. That's a Destination Fear. Give it up for our good friends Dakota, Chelsea, Tanner, and Alex. Hi, guys.
Hey.
Hello. Hey.
Welcome back. Happy Halloween.
Happy Halloween.
Happy Halloween.
Thank you. For folks that don't know, I mean, your show is such a hit now on the app, on Discovery Plus. Everybody has it. Dakota, give us the overall premise of the show again for new folks.
Yeah, I mean, we take a road trip across the country, spending the night at some of the most haunted, abandoned locations. And this season especially, everyone gets a choice. So at one point or another, you are riding blind. And yeah, I'd say the freakiest thing we do is we separate and we sleep alone at these locations.
I was going to say, what do you mean everybody, Dakota, what do you mean everybody gets a choice? Is it like a choose your own adventure this year?
Yeah, like everyone gets a location choice and no one else knows where they're picking until right before you go there.
Okay, we're going to do a little round robin as I always do. Chelsea, I'm going to start with you. This season, what was the most horrifying, which episode, so people will know when they watch, oh, this is the one that Chelsea hates?
Oh, man. To be totally honest with you, I would have to say our international traveling to Ireland, both locations for me were the most scary, just because we were outside of our comfort zone already, just being in kind of foreign territory, and add the extensive history to it. It was crazy.
Yeah, I want to talk more about that one in a second. Tanner, I'm going to go to you. How about you for this season?
I would have to say, actually, Loftus Hall in Ireland. I can't give too much away.
Yeah.
But there is an experiment that we did, and it was rough.
And then finally, Alex.
Honestly, I would say the location that I picked, the Indiana State Sanitarium. I know I picked it, but I probably shouldn't have because it was horrifying. And we were the first to actually get to explore it.
Yes.
Alex, I'm from Indiana. Is that in Muncie?
What city is
It's like Rockville area.
Rockville. Okay. What I don't want you to give away too much, but Alex, what was it about that place? Was it what you felt? Was it the energy? Was it a fun combo of both? What was it about that location?
Well, at first it's literally just because we knew nothing about it. I couldn't find anything like paranormal wise, so we were going into it completely blind, going into the unknown. But when we got there, we caught something on a thermal camera that will blow everyone's mind.
Yeah, Dakota, I just saw you shake your head. It's that big?
I mean, Ireland is extra scary, but Alex's location choice, which is the episode that goes right before Ireland, it is unreal. It's probably one of the, if not the scariest place we've been to in America.
Chelsea, can you explain to folks, we just had my buddy Don McClain on about paranormal stuff, kind of explain how the thermal camera works and what it picks up?
Sure. So the thermal camera is kind of self-explanatory, and it is activated by heat signatures, and essentially things that are warm will be picked up a certain color, and then things that are cold will also be, I think, darker and ice cold, and then like the more red it is, it picks up heat. So typically if you're in an environment, whether you're in in super cold weather and you see something on the thermal cam that sends a heat signature, it's telling you that there's something most likely warm in the environment, and then vice versa, the darker the cold. Dakota, did I do that right?
You got it. You nailed it.
Well, I love it. We have just a few seconds left in this segment. Tanner, let me ask you, on my card, it says the following: they're pushing themselves this season. I mean, personally, to me, I think you push yourselves every season. What do you mean you're pushing yourselves?
I mean, for one reason or another, as if this road trip wasn't hard enough, everyone gets one chance to showcase their location, and they always want to make it that much scarier. I mean, no one wants to walk away with the worst location of the season or the least scary one of the season. So we have amped it up every single time with experiments, with challenges, and with Dakota's ideas. So like it just keeps on going, and I don't see it getting any easier.
I don't either. Thank goodness for us, the viewer. We're going to take a break. More with our friends from Destination Fear when our Halloween show continues right after this. Back in a moment, friends. Welcome back to Gilligan's Island, everyone. Oh, we're having fun today. We are back with our friends from Destination Fear, Dakota, Alex, Chelsea, and Tanner. Again, make sure you watch they're local for heaven's sake. Make sure you watch them and support them. Get those views up on Discovery Plus. Okay, before I have a box here from you guys. I want to open this up, and then we have a surprise for you guys at the very end. I said I wanted to return to the international trip, and I don't care who takes the answer here. What was the most frightening thing about this travel this year, guys?
Oh, gosh. I mean, okay, we went to Ireland, the first time we've ever gone international. We had 2 stops, but our last stop in Ireland is at a location called Spike Island. It's a prison. It's older than Alcatraz. It's 4 times as big as Alcatraz, and it's on its own secluded island.
Oh.
And that was the biggest challenge we've ever faced.
It's on its own island, Dakota?
Yeah, it's on its own island. Gilligan's Island, Spike Island. It's great.
Yeah, believe me, I think producer Ted's on that island right now. Okay, now I have this box in front of me, and I'm looking through the various stuff. Let me just show this to the viewers. So this one has a note, and it's a tile, everyone. Now this tile looks really innocent, and it reads, an actual tile from one of our favorite locations. Where is this from, guys?
That's Saratoga County Homestead in New York. It's our first episode of season 2, and it's one of the scariest places we've been to. Memorable for sure.
Okay, and then next, the Jason show. Now there's a black envelope. What's in this envelope, guys?
I don't know.
Okay, well, I guess we're gonna have to, let me see. Hey, Jason, thanks for having on the show. We love your show in the Minnesota Connection. Have a spooky Halloween. Maybe, this envelope is what we get on our location packets. Oh, it's like a creepy black envelope?
Yeah, it's like the packing, how we read about the location.
Oh, yeah. I would never, by law, I would never open a black envelope. I mean, I just think that's, anyway. Okay, now, guys, you guys are used to, and I hope you don't mind me springing this on you, but it is Halloween, and it's all about scary stuff. And you guys know scary stuff. You analyze and you rate scary stuff all the time. We want to show you something really scary and see what effect it has on you. Can you guys look at your monitor real quick? And then control room, go ahead and roll the video, please. That is producer Ted as Mary Ann from Gilligan's Island, my friends. Now, how does this compare to the ghost in Ireland?
That is the most frightening thing I think we've ever seen. Do you have any of your tools or machines? Are they going off right about now?
Yeah.
They're all going off.
I'm just going with my gut instinct on this one.
Chelsea's sensors are going off. Chelsea, that machine is probably going haywire there.
I've never seen anything like it.
No. Chelsea, nor have we. Nor have we. Well, guys, we're so proud of you, and we promote you anytime we can, but you don't need us. The show's a huge success, and we couldn't be happier for you. So happy Halloween, and we'll see you guys soon.
Thank you so much. And thank you for having us on here.
You're welcome, guys. Destination Fear on Discovery Plus. New episodes drop next Saturday. Just again, they said it's the scariest thing they've ever seen ever in their life. We'll take a break. Our Halloween show continues with a non-scary guest. I love her. Lindsay Gensel's here when we come back. Back in a moment. Welcome back to Gilligan's Island. And now there's a bee on our island. Our next guest is using Halloween to appeal to our taste buds. Please welcome back to the show food blogger and our good friend, Lindsay Ginsel. Hi, Lindsay.
Hi.
This is perfect.
Well, I recreated a costume from 1987.
Okay.
Stumbled upon an old photo of myself in a good old bumblebee costume and had a little bottle there. Obviously, as probably a 1.5-year-old, I wasn't sipping on rosé, but Halloween.
Now it's not 1987,
Yes.
and rosé's okay. So, I think that's actually a term. Anyway, we have some fun things here.
Yes.
We're starting with 8-legged monster cookies.
Yes, so these are my go-to monster cookie recipe, and I've added a little food coloring to it. So you're gonna use a little black, a little blue, a little brown. Because the batter itself is brown already, it's gonna get nice and dark. And then I use those spooky Halloween M&Ms. So you're gonna get those bright colors in there. And then, of course, your spider legs. So we'll pull this guy out here. You can kind of take a peek. So these are big cookies. So
these are big.
These are big. These are treats. These are like a treat. So if you want to get all 8 legs in there, you're going to have to make a big cookie. If you want to do smaller bite-sized ones, just break the pretzels in half. And then I found these great little candy eyeballs. So just in the baking aisle, I think I found those at Joann. Keep them on hand. They're so fun to use.
What's funny is the cookie looks dirty. And I mean that as a compliment. It looks real like a spider. What is it on top that is that chocolate that covers?
It's the oatmeal. So it's oatmeal food coloring, the peanut butter. That's what's giving it that texture. These are gluten-free. I actually found gluten-free pretzels to use as well. If pretzels aren't your jam, I actually think pretzels add a great flavor to it. The crunchy, the salty.
The texture.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Another great option is those chow mein noodles. Those are going to be smaller. And so if you're not a pretzel person, just add a little crunch that way and you get the legs.
Kids, speaking of 87, we didn't have, people didn't make this. Kids would freak out with this.
Yes.
And so easy to make.
Super easy to make.
Okay.
Super easy to make.
Ogre toes.
We're going to our ogre toes. So these are just dates filled with a little chèvre cheese that I let it soften up a little bit. I just added some food coloring. Food coloring at Halloween is your friend because you can just make anything look spooky with a little added color. So a little chèvre cheese, you let it soften, put the green in there, mix it up. Then I just took a kitchen shears and I snipped the inside of the dates.
Okay.
So just like you would almost like a clamshell.
Oh!
Stuff the cheese inside of there, get yourself a little nail, and it's fantastic because you're getting the creaminess and the richness of the cheese along with that sweetness of the date and then the crunch.
What kind of cheese is that again?
A chèvre.
Come here, Ginger, come here. Because I gotta actually talk, so sadly, you have to eat.
Here you are, my dear. A little ogre toe for you.
Oh, it's so ugly.
They're hideous to look at.
There is something weirdly odd about you dressed as Ginger eating that item. There's just something.
You need like a pinky up.
A kind of.
Mm-hmm.
Is it good?
Mm-hmm.
I haven't eaten, you know what it is? I haven't eaten a date in a really long time.
They're really easy, especially when you get them pitted.
Yeah.
I mean, this bag I found at Costco for like ridiculously cheap, a whole bag of them. They're already pitted, ready to go. Work so well in so many different ways.
Kendall, would you like a cookie as well?
Duh.
I mean, you're here. May I give her one?
Oh, God,
okay,
please.
go ahead. There you go, there you go, Ginger.
Dates are so chocolatey. So it's kind of a fun, surprise.
Yeah, and a lot of people, especially in Middle Eastern cooking, that's what they use to sweeten
this thing.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
And then finally, we have the puking pumpkin.
The puking pumpkin. Okay, so here's the thing. You know that I am all about easy.
Yep.
If you are someone who wants to get a pumpkin and carve it out and use it, great.
Great, good for you.
Here is a much easier option, a orange pepper. Carving this took probably 45 seconds. It's so much cheaper, so much easier. It is just don't waste your time with carving a pumpkin if you're going to do the puking pumpkin.
That is brilliant.
You get the color, you get the shape, you get everything you need. No mess.
But it's very, very small.
Yes. So this is just store-bought dip. You can use anything you want. If you want to add food coloring to it, you can. You don't have to do the puking. You can just do a jack-o'-lantern that's got stuff coming out of its mouth. I mean, you're
but what's the fun of that?
Exactly.
I mean, if you're especially having kids.
And then I've got some mozzarella sticks that I just sliced up with some olives on there to make the eyeballs. Again, you could add a little food coloring drop in the middle of there to give them some color. Super easy stuff. And again, it doesn't take a lot of effort.
No. None of this.
No.
I was just going to say none of this. We could do this in 2 minutes.
Exactly, yeah.
The time that it took for Ted to dress as Marianne. Did you see that?
It's amazing.
That's a word. I said to Lindsay.
It gives me goals.
Sure, Lindsay. Yeah, I mean, it is a goal.
That's one way to put it.
Ted came in here, and I said to Lindsay, you didn't see Ted came in the studio, and I'm like, did anybody see that? And poor Tyler did, and now his eyes are burning, and yeah. Anyway.
Scarred for life.
Commitment.
Yeah, he was committed. Did you eat the cookie?
Yeah, I had several bites, and it is delicious. I'm going to eat the rest of it. Don't worry.
Oh, I'm not.
I believe these are TED-approved cookies, in fact.
Well. And
yeah,
just
you've
like
made them on
I've
the
made
show.
the monster cookies before.
And just like the Vikings player, Ted eats basically 3 things.
Yeah.
So if this is Ted approved, you guys will like it as well. Thanks to Lindsay. For more information and all of her recipes, head to lindsayginsel.com. She's also great on social media. We were just discussing that. So search for her. Where are you the most active? Probably Twitter?
I mean, all over the place. I need some hobbies.
And why did I just love that you delivered that line after sucking a bottle of rosé? I mean,
girl.
there is something great about that. And don't forget to follow us. If you missed this, we'll be posting this segment and all of today's segments on our Facebook page. Just search for Jason Show TV. They'll be posted throughout the day. We're going to take a break. What's in the surprise goodbye? And what's in the world's shortest segment? You're going to find out when we find out when we come back. Back in a moment. Welcome back to the show. Welcome back to Gilligan's Island, our Halloween show. And now it is time for the world's shortest segment. If you happen to watch the Packers win Thursday Night Football on Fox last night, you may have seen a funny moment during halftime. My friends at Fox 9 Good Day and I were part of a little promo, and if you missed it, look at this.
Join us at 9 on Fox 9 Good Day for our Halloween show. Now, we'll pass it over to Jason. Catch.
No. Friday on The Jason Show, it is our annual Halloween extravaganza. The gang from Destination Fear are back to show us all the new scares in Season 3. I'll see you live at 10. You haven't seen that? I'm sorry.
Oh my God.
We're going to take a break. We'll be back right after this. I thought you saw that. No, I shan't be doing that. Welcome back to Gilligan's Island. We're wrapping up our Halloween show. And now it is time for the surprise goodbye. Kendall and I are in the dark about what the producers have put in this segment until right now. Today is National Cat Day. So we're going back into time to 2018 when the Jason Show staff visited the new cat cafe in Minneapolis, even though most of us are allergic to cats. Look at this. There are 14 cats in this room. How do I know this? Well, I'm allergic to the cats. Executive producer Jeff is allergic to the cats. Show producer Ted is allergic to cats. That cough you just heard a second ago is Ted's cough. And we've been in this room 2 minutes and 14 seconds. Can I tell you, this is where we learn. You know, we have a list of things we'll jokingly but not jokingly never talk about.
Yeah.
Essential oils, kid dancers.
Yep.
And then cats was added to this list because I've received a lot of hate mail in my day, but I have never, the cat people came after us. I mean, for days. Why were you even there? How dare you do that to the cats?
I love cats,
Oh,
everyone.
we were ripped to shreds, no pun intended. So we don't talk about cats anymore, essential oil, kid dancers, or what else? Because dance moms attacked us one time.
Oh,
so
they're
I said,
scary.
no more dance segments.
They're scary, terrifying.
That's going to do it for us. Monday on The Jason Show, Dance Kids. It's soup season. Stephanie Hansen is here sharing her recipe for roasted tomato basil soup. And you know Steph, her recipes are great. Monday. Right now, go out there and be yourself because nobody can tell you you're doing it wrong. Come on, Ginger. Let's go back to the island. Happy Halloween, everybody.